watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Roy Rossell on this Friday, November 3rd.
On Halloween Day, an officer-involved shooting occurred in the area of Simpkins and Blagg. RJ Camacho has the details.
On October 31st at approximately 12:36 p.m., Nye County Sheriff's Office dispatch received a call regarding a suicidal person.
How can I help you? My husband is suicidal. He was outside with a gun to his head, and he just went back inside. Do you know how much he's had to drink? A lot. I'm sorry? A lot. Okay. Okay, and just to confirm, you don't know if he's actually shot it off yet, or he's just holding it to his head? He was holding it to his head when I drove up, and then he walked back inside. I don't know if he wanted a suicide by cop because he wanted Deputy Ramos to come and to end it.
The suspect involved in this case was 51-year-old Pahrump resident Roddy Rod Fernandez. He was stated by officers and the reporting party to be wielding a Springfield .45 handgun. Officers quickly arrived on scene and deployed both lethal and less lethal weapon systems. Sheriff Joe McGill, who was armed with an AR-15, had called the suspect on the phone, who stated that they were going to be coming out of the residence to go to jail. In the body cam footage released by the Nye County Sheriff's Office, an officer can be heard stating that Fernandez was walking towards them with a drink in his right hand and his firearm pointed at his chin.
Right, stop, come on, buddy, stop! 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 No! Oh, right, no! Gun is to his head. Right, stop! Put the gun down, stop!
Officers then command Fernandez to put the gun down. What Fernandez is yelling back at them, however, is unclear as he continues to walk towards them from the footage. At one point in the body cam footage, Fernandez is seen pointing his gun at officers. After that, Sheriff McGill shot one round from his firearm, striking Fernandez in the torso. Immediately following the shot, officers then proceeded to Fernandez and medical aid was promptly issued. Fernandez has been transported to a hospital in Las Vegas where he is currently receiving treatment.
Sheriff McGill is on paid leave, which is standard procedure in a critical incident. Because Sheriff McGill was involved in this critical incident, Nevada State Police Investigations Division is conducting the criminal investigation. At the conclusion of their investigation, the case will be turned over to the Nye County District Attorney's Office for review. No further public statement will be made by the Nye County Sheriff's Office in reference to this incident. Thank you.
Civilians from different nations stuck in Gaza are being told to evacuate, and the UN is being criticized for its handling of the war.
Along with the evacuation of dual passport-holding Gaza citizens, various other countries have announced the evacuation of their citizens from Gaza into Egypt through the Rafah crossing. Currently, 20 Australians have been evacuated and 36 Bulgarians. However, Australia's Assistant Foreign Minister Tim Watts has stated that there are still 65 Australian citizens still stuck within Gaza and are waiting to be evacuated. On early November 1st, multiple other countries also announced that their citizens would be able to evacuate Gaza, which included the US, the UK, and France. On that same day, State Department spokesman Matthew Miller stated that an initial group of foreign nationals, including US citizens, departed Gaza through Rafah today, and we expect exits of U.S. citizens and foreign nationals to continue over the next several days. While he did not specify how many Americans made it out of Gaza, U.S. officials do state that they are looking at approximately 1,000 people who are seeking to leave the territory along with their family members. According to Matthew Miller, U.S. citizens in Gaza have been informed that they will be assigned specific departure dates and to keep monitoring their email for specific instructions on how to exit. Meanwhile, President Biden praised the allowance of foreign nationals and Palestinians being able to leave Gaza. However, even so, Biden stated that more work needs to be done in order to step up the flow of aid into Gaza. While he did maintain his belief that Israel had the right to defend itself, albeit stating in a manner that is consistent with international humanitarian law, he also acknowledged the suffering Palestinians have been facing due to Israeli operations. Biden also recently stated at a fundraiser for his 2024 campaign that he believes the war should have a pause in order to get prisoners out. The death toll has risen significantly, and with Israel now conducting ground operations within Gaza, it is expected to rise even more so. A retired UN Human Rights Agency official strongly criticized the UN as a whole in their retirement letter due to failing to stop what he stated was a genocide unfolding before our eyes in Gaza. Craig Mockaber left his job from the New York office at the Office of UN High Commissioner for Human Rights on Halloween Day last month. Mockaber also accused the US, UK, and Europe of being complicit in, as he stated, the horrific assault on Gaza by Israeli forces. Meanwhile, the UNRWA, or United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees, has faced more deaths as the conflict continues. The death toll for the agency's workers has now risen to 70, and the group has also stated that currently over 690,000 Palestinians have become displaced and are currently seeking shelter in 149 different UNRWA facilities across the Gaza Strip. The UNRWA Commissioner General has called for a humanitarian ceasefire, stating that, without it, more people will be killed, those who are alive will endure further losses, and the once vibrant society will be in grief forever.
It's that time again to fall back by turning our clocks back by 1 hour this Sunday morning, November 5th at 12 a.m. You will also want to check your smoke detectors to make sure they are working and update the batteries. If you have clocks that run on batteries, make sure to change those too. If you are not able to climb ladders to reach the smoke detectors, the Red Cross can help you with that. The American Red Cross of Southern Nevada wants to make everyone safer this weekend, and it only takes a few minutes. When daylight saving time ends on Sunday, November 5th, the inaugural Nevada Turn and Test November begins, encouraging Nevadans to use some of that extra hour gained to test smoke alarms and replace batteries.
We encourage you to test your smoke alarms once a month, but at least once every 6 months. And a great way to remember is when daylight savings starts and ends every year, to make sure you're testing your smoke alarms and changing the batteries.
Home fires are unexpected disasters, but last year alone, there were more than 325,000 home fires nationwide. These fires resulted in over 2,600 deaths and about 11,000 injuries, according to the National Fire Protection Association. Smoke alarms are the first line of defense in a home. Working smoke alarms cut the risk of dying in a home fire by half.
You want to have at least one smoke alarm per level of your home, but especially you want to have one smoke alarm in every sleeping area. So that can be a bedroom, but also if you have people who regularly sleep over, you fall asleep in front of the TV, you want to make sure you have a smoke alarm anywhere where someone could be sleeping.
Given the significance of working smoke alarms, the Red Cross of Southern Nevada has dedicated the entire month to Nevada Turn and Test November. It is to remind those who may not be able to test smoke alarms and replace batteries on Sunday. Smoke alarms should be on every level of your home and replaced every 10 years. Working smoke alarms can mean the difference between escaping a home fire unharmed and facing a tragedy.
We think that every house should have smoke alarms that are working because they can reduce the death in a home fire by half.
Fire officials agree that a fire can spread rapidly through a home, leaving families 2 minutes or less to escape safely once the smoke alarm sounds. When checking your smoke alarms, also ensure that an escape plan is in place for everyone in the home and practice it. too many home fire deaths occur in homes with no working smoke alarms. To combat this, the Red Cross of Southern Nevada collaborates with community partners to provide free smoke alarm installations and fire safety education. Red Cross staff and volunteers are trained to educate families on how to evacuate safely if a fire breaks out in their home.
You can request a home fire visit where we will send volunteers to your home and we'll test any smoke alarms you have in the house to make sure they're working. We'll change batteries if needed, or we'll replace your smoke alarms for free.
Residents seeking fire prevention assistance can schedule an appointment for a free smoke alarm installation at soundthealarm.org/Nevada. During the 20-minute home visit, Red Cross volunteers and community partners will also share information on home fires, prevention strategies, actions to take if a fire starts, and how to establish an escape plan. If you cannot afford a smoke alarm or are physically unable to install one or check its batteries, contact the Red Cross of Southern Nevada. They may be able to assist. Nevada Turn and Test November serves as an important reminder to practice your 2-minute home fire escape drill and test your smoke alarms.
You want to get to your smoke alarm. If it is too high for you to reach or you don't have a ladder, you're not comfortable getting on a ladder, you can call our teams and we can come do it for you.
We will have your sports coming up after the break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, now here is Mikey with your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports. The Golden Knights taking on the Winnipeg Jets last night from T-Mobile Arena. First period, William Karlsson. Score! 1-0. Later on in the first period, Kyle Connor sneaks one in, 1-1. Power play goalie Logan Thompson with the pass to Stone to Marcia Schultz. Makes it 2-1. Ivan Barbashev on the power play makes it 3-1. Here, Connor shoots. Looks like it's deflected by Perfetti. Michael Amadio shoots on Hellebuck. Hellebuck with the save. Loose puck. Iafallo with the second save. Here's Marcia Schultz with his second goal of the game.
Jonathan Marchessault picks up the loose change. His second goal tonight.
Marcia Schultz for the hat trick. His fourth of his career. Golden Knights play the Colorado Avalanche tomorrow at T-Mobile Arena. Raiders play their first game with their new coach and GM on Sunday, and they're reportedly benching Jimmy Garoppolo and starting rookie Aiden O'Connell. That's Sunday against the New York Giants. Rose Clark Middle School and Pahrump Valley High School cheerleaders are hosting fundraising bingo nights to go to Disneyland. RCMS is tonight at 6, and Pahrump Valley High School tomorrow, November 4th at 6. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
You might remember the Kids.Shred Skate Festival we covered over the past weekend. While there, at the festival, we got an interview with DJ Gabe Smith, who creates electronic music with themes such as suicide prevention and more.
Are you someone who is, has been, or knows someone who is being abused? We've been there. You deserve hope and healing. Talk to a life coach by downloading the Been There Life Coaching app. Positive Pahrump, made possible by Been There Life Coaching.
I'm in the genre of tear-out dubstep and liquid drum and bass, which is both obscure, very high-energy genres in what's considered IDM, which is intelligent dance music, meaning it has a deeper meaning, it's a little harder, and all of my music is very faith and spiritual-based, although it's in a format that is heavy electronic music. It's all based around suicide prevention and self-harm prevention, and all of it has a deeper meaning to try and light up the darkness. My company is called Light Designs LLC because every single aspect of all the different ventures I have my hand in is about lighting up the darkness and trying to use my art to bridge the gap to talk to those people who are in need that might be struggling with various things. So Tear Out Dubstep is the bridge between screamo and death metal and dubstep. So in my bigger live shows, I incorporate a lot of live guitar, live me screaming. In fact, I just released a new album available on all major platforms called Live in Fear, and the title song of that is called Life Hack, and I do a lot of screaming on that, but it's in the format of electronic music. It's a very unique thing. It's super cool. My music is available everywhere that you can stream music: Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, TikTok, Snapchat. Everywhere that you can get music, it is available there. I also have a YouTube channel called Light Designs and a second channel called Bad Neighbor Supply Co., which focuses around my life and my motorcycle company, where there's a lot of music in both of those channels as well. I love it here. I have been all over the world, and my wife and I just bought a house in Pahrump, and we chose to live here, and we're super grateful to be here. Prior to moving here, we were in the East Coast in northern New Hampshire. Wasn't a big fan of that. Lived in LA for a while, lived all over the globe, and we picked Pahrump because there's a great market for motorcycles. There's a great market for musical performance, being so close to Vegas but not being in the city. We wanted the farm life, the desert life, and to kind of live a quiet life, and we're so happy to be part of the community, doing what we love to do close to home. I am available and touring. I'm an independent artist, so we control all of our own booking and everything like that. You can get in touch with me at lightdesignsllc@gmail.com. So light as in light bulb, designs LLC at gmail.com, and I'm available for bookings and excited to work with everyone. Thank you for having me, and thank you for giving me your time. I'm really grateful to be a part of this event and more upcoming events. If you'd like to hear my music, Gabe Smith on all major platforms. If you'd like to buy a motorcycle, Bad Neighbor Supply Co., get in touch. We're located in the north side of Pahrump. And if you'd like to see my videos, Bad Neighbor Supply Co. on YouTube and Light Designs on YouTube. And thank you.
And we'll have your Classic Country Breakfast after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, now here is Mikey with what's cooking this Sunday morning on Classic Country Breakfast.
Howdy. On the menu this week on Classic Country Breakfast, born on October 30th, friend of the show, T. Graham Brown, will celebrate him. Born on October 31st, we'll pay tribute to Adam Schlesinger from Fountains of Wayne. Born on November 4th, we'll pay tribute to Graham Parsons. In the Not an Oldie But a Goodie segment, Noah Smith calls the show, and we'll play his new song, Way Back. Also, we'll hear the new track from the Beatles, a song that John Lennon recorded on a cassette tape in 1978 called Now and Then. With modern technology, all four Beatles were able to play on it.
When we lost John, we knew that it was really over.
I was talking to Yoko, and she said, I think I've got a tape of John.
Paul called me up and said he'd like to work on Now and Then. He put the bass on, I put the drums on.
It's the last song that my dad and Paul and George and Ringo will get to make together.
How lucky was I to have those men in my life?
Classic Country Breakfast, Sunday morning at 8 on Ace Country Radio.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, taking a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam, it's looking really nice right now. John has your weather forecast coming up next.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada, Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and your mobile device. Check it out on the internet, kpvm.tv. We got our own URL, don't you know? Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, 2 days in a row, weather triplets, 72 degrees up north. Look at that, majestic. 67 in Tonopah makes them the cool spot. 70 out in Goldfield makes them just, Goldfield proud. And Beatty at 78, 81 in Amargosa. You're the hot spot. Congratulations. Las Vegas, pretty nice day at 77, and out in Death Valley, 88 feels pretty great. But here in the Paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look. Current temperature 76 degrees. That's about all there was to it. 79 just a little bit earlier today. Sun rose this morning at 7:08. Setting this evening in about 20 minutes. Look for it at 5:45. You will enjoy the sunset as we head to a low of 45 degrees. You will enjoy it. Get out there and enjoy it. It's very nice. The rest of the weekend, well, it's going to be socked in a little bit. Cloudy, but no real talk of rain. Winds under 10 miles per hour. Temperatures around rocketing up to 80 degrees. Pretty nice little stretch of weekend, let me tell you. 3 days of sunshine follow with temperatures dipping down. We get all the way to 63 degrees before things start recovering on Thursday, and we get a little bit of cloud cover going into the weekend. Temperature in the mid-60s. I think we're going to see a little bit more of that coming up real soon and more regular. So enjoy that. But have a great weekend. We will see you on the other side. And here is Dave and Rory.
Thank you, John. As a reminder, don't forget to set your clocks back by 1 hour on Saturday night or early Sunday morning. Well, that wraps up this edition of News 25. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Roy Rosell. We will see you on the next newscast.
Have a great weekend.
Good night.